Minsk is the capital and largest city of Belarus, with a population of approximately 2 million. It is well connected to the rest of Europe by train and bus, as well as through the Minsk International Airport. The city center is 53 kilometers from the airport, and there are several options to get there. Among them, taking a bus is the most convenient and economical option. Buses take off right in front of gate 5 to 6. The tickets can be bought at the bus from the driver, or from the vending machines at the bus stop. At the time of filming, the price was just 6 rubles. The journey takes approximately 1 hour, terminating at the central bus station, which is ideally located in the heart of the city, close to all major attractions. The bus station is situated adjacent to the train station and within walking distance of the Plaska Lenina and Vikselnaya metro stations. Minsk can be easily explored on foot in just one day, leaving the following day for the surrounding areas. Our walking tour will begin from Independence Square, the largest and the most significant square in the city, and will cover roughly 6 kilometers, mostly around the Independence Avenue, the main street in Minsk. Independence Avenue is home to several Soviet-era landmark buildings such as the post office, the KGB headquarters, and the historic gum department store. A small break at the cafe of the store, with kvass and some cookies. National Art Museum is just 5 minutes walking distance from the gum and is a destination well worth visiting. It is quite easy to spend up to 2 hours here, exploring the museum's extensive collection, with tickets priced at 8 rubles. Vierchny Horad, or the Upper Town, lies on the other side of the Independence Avenue, a short distance from Gum. Upper Town is all that remains from Old Minsk, which was completely destroyed at World War II. It is home to several attractions such as Yanka Kupala Museum, Minsk Horse Tram Museum, art galleries and landmarks such as the Island of Tears, and Holy Spirit Cathedral. From the Upper Town, we pass to the other side of the Shvislich River to Trinity suburb and continue our tour of Old Minsk. Before we finalize our tour at the Palace of Culture, we make a small break at the Gorky Park. The Palace of Culture is 15 minutes walk from the park. Don't miss your chance if you can get a ticket there. Two of the many places outside Minsk that are worth visiting are the Nyasvyj Palace and the Mir Castle, which are relatively close to one another. Renting a car is the best way to get to those destinations and back, as Nyasvyj is about 120 kilometers from Minsk and the roads are straightforward and easy to drive. Taking a taxi, on the other hand, could be pricey at around 30 euros for one way. Public transportation is also an option, but it is limited and often irregular. But if you have planned ahead both your departure and return trips, then you can take this option by purchasing a ticket from the central bus station or online for 6 rubles for the 2 hours bus journey to Nyasvyj. Otherwise, you should get ready to overnight, as there might not be a return bus available the same day. The bus stops at the Nyasvyj bus station, from where one can walk to the palace complex, or take a taxi. Nyasvyj complex offers beautifully landscaped gardens and artificial lakes where you can spend some time. As well as the 16th-17th century palace building, which is considered as one of the best in the country. The entrance fee to the palace is 14 rubles and it will take no less than 2 hours to tour the entire building. If you don't have a car, you will need to take a taxi to reach the Mir Castle, which is about 30 kilometers from Nyasvij. A one-way taxi ride to Mir will cost 30 rubles, and including waiting time for the taxi at Mir, a trip to and from Mir Castle to Nyasvij would cost about 80 rubles. Mir Castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, first built in the 16th century, by the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. The ticket fee is 14 rubles, and it would take no more than 2 hours to tour the entire castle. If you are hungry, you can stop by the authentic Belarusian restaurant located just under the castle. With that, our trip comes to an end, time to head back to Minsk. If you have more time to spend in Minsk, there are a couple of other places worth exploring. One is the food hall, where you can find delicious homemade and locally produced food. Another is the Great Patriotic War Museum, which offers a comprehensive overview of Belarus' involvement in World War II through its collection of over 142,000 items, including weapons, military equipment, personal belongings, and photographs. Finally, here are some tips and recommendations for a smoother travel experience in Minsk. Number 1. Learn Cyrillic letters. It is worthwhile to learn Cyrillic letters before coming to Belarus, as most signs are only in this script. Navigation is much easier when you can read them. Number 2. Buy a Belarusian phone card. Cellular roaming is not available or very expensive, and connecting to local Wi-Fi networks can be challenging, so buying a Belarusian telephone card for internet access may be more convenient. Number 3. Book preferably in a hotel. Even though hotels in Minsk are limited in number, and apartments may offer greater comfort, they can be a hassle to check in and out of, so hotels may be preferable for short stays. Finally, an experience of Minsk would not be complete without the Belarusian cuisine. Try not to miss out on the famous Belarusian dishes, like draniki, serniki, kaldini and spytin to count a few.